Hello viewers, we have learned the geometrical interpretation of continuity as well as differentiability. But have you ever wondered what if a function is continuous and differentiable but its derivatives become zero, or it is a certain constant value? What if my sin x is less than x when my x is greater than 0? Can I explain it with any other method apart from trigonometrical analysis? Yeah, it is there. So to explain, now I'm introducing my new topic, fundamental theorem of calculus, and the weightage of this chapter in exam is 2 to 4 marks across all the boards. Topics to be covered today are statement of Rolle's theorem with geometrical interpretation, examples of Rolle's theorem, statement of Lagrange's mean value theorem with geometrical interpretation, examples of Lagrange's mean value theorem. First is my Rolle's theorem. So let us check what is the statement of this theorem. Let f is a real valued function defined on closed interval a comma b. First, f is continuous in closed interval a comma b. Second, f is differentiable in open interval a comma b. And third, fa equals to fb. If my function f follows these three conditions, then there exists c belongs to open interval a comma b such that f dash c equals to 0. Is that clear? So whenever my function is following these three conditions, I will always have at least one point c in between a comma b such that f dash c is equal to. Now let us take one geometrical interpretation of this. I have y is equal to fx function which is defined on closed interval a comma, and it is following all these three conditions. Okay, I can draw my graph like this. Since it is continuous, I can draw in one stroke. Say for example, this is my a comma 0 and here is my, in between these, I will have a point somewhere on which if I draw a tangent, see, in between these two points, since this is differentiable in the open interval a comma b, so it means in between all these points, I can draw the unique tangent. But there will be some point c where my tangent will become parallel to x-axis because they are saying f dash c equals to 0. So let that point be here, right? So this is c comma 0 and this is my tangent which is parallel to x-axis. This is my point a comma fa and this is my point b comma fb, right? So if you check also, fa is equal to, my curve is in such a way, it is continuous in the closed interval, differentiable in the open interval, and fa is equal to fb. So always I will have at least one point between open interval a and b as c such that f dash c is equal to 0. My tangent will be parallel to the x-axis. Let us take one more graph. I have a graph of this kind, and say for example, this is my point a comma 0 and this is my point b comma 0. So this will be my point a comma fa, right? And this is my point b comma fb. And since my graph is continuous, I could draw in one stroke. Moreover, it is differentiable in a and b. So it means I can draw unique tangent in between a and point at every point. But I will have at least one c point where my tangent will be parallel to x-axis. So I can take this point as c. I can also take this point as c. I can take this point also as c, right? At least one point. It can be more than one also. So what the geometrical interpretations say, that if my function is continuous in closed interval, differentiable in open interval, and if fa is equal to fb, then in that case I can draw a tangent which will be parallel to x-axis. So generally when we are talking about Rolle's theorem, there are questions. One is on the applicability of the Rolle's theorem, and there are certain important points. If you keep in mind, it will be easier for you to check the applicability as well as the verification of the Rolle's theorem. Okay, so let us check those points. A polynomial function is everywhere continuous and differentiable. The exponential function, sine and cosine functions are everywhere continuous and differentiable. Logarithm function is continuous and differentiable in its domain. Tan x is not continuous at x is equal to plus minus pi by 2, plus minus 3 pi by 2 and plus minus 5 pi by 2. Mod x is not differentiable at x is equal to 0. If f dash x tends to plus minus infinity at x tends to k, then fx is not differentiable at x is equal to k. The sum, difference, product and quotient of continuous differentiable function is continuous differentiable. Now let us take some questions on it. So just now I told you the important points which we should keep in mind. So using those points we'll check the applicability of the Rolle's theorem. So let us take the first question. So it is given fx is equal to 3 plus x minus 2 by 3. We'll differentiate this function, right? Find out the f dash x of this function. So always remember, when I have an exponent in which my numerator is smaller and denominator is bigger, right? Function is not differentiable. Let us check the differentiation of this function. So f dash x is equal to 2 by 3 x minus 2 minus 1 by 3, right? So it becomes 2 by 3 upon cube root x minus 2 dash 2, because 2 belongs to open interval 1 comma 3 and differentiability is discussed at all the points between 1 and 3. So if we substitute 2 over here, I am getting not defined. So it means my function is not differentiable at 2. Hence fx is not differentiable at x is equal to 2. So this implies Rolle's theorem is not applicable for this. Now let us take the second part. Now just now when I was telling you the points, I told you tan x is not continuous at x is equal to pi by 2. Rolle's theorem is not applicable for fx is equal to tan x. See the question, verify Rolle's theorem for the function fx is equal to x minus 1 x minus 2 whole square on 1 comma 2. Since fx is polynomial function, hence fx is continuous in closed interval 1 comma 2, right? Fx is differentiable in open interval. See, polynomial functions are continuous and differentiable throughout, right? Third point says we have to find f1. So f1 is 0, f2 substitute 2, so this will become 0. So hence f1 is also equal to f2. Now this implies there exists c belongs to open interval 1 comma 2, right, such that f dash c equals to 0. Okay, so fx is x minus 1 x minus 2 whole square dash x. We'll use the product rule over here, right? Take out x minus 2 common, so x minus 2 plus 2 minus 1, right? What my Rolle's theorem says, all the three conditions are satisfied. There is a C point which belongs to open interval 1 comma 2 such that f dash c is equal to 0. Now I have to find f dash c. So what will be my f dash c? It is c minus 2 3c minus 4. F dash c equals to 0. So what does that imply? C minus 2 3c minus 4 equals to 0. This implies c equals to 2 and c is equal to 4 by 3. Now 4 by 3 belongs to open interval 1 comma 2. Hence Rolle's theorem is verified. Okay. So this is the way to verify the Rolle's theorem. So now in this question it is given that Rolle's theorem holds for the function fx x cube plus bx square plus cx for x belongs to 1 comma 2 at the point x is equal to 4 comma 3. Find b and c. So if the Rolle's theorem holds good for this function, so since it is a polynomial function, it will be continuous and differentiable, and the third condition f1 would have been equal to f2, right? Moreover, it holds good at this point. It means this is my c point, right? C is equal to 4 by 3. What does that imply? F dash 4 by 3 should be equal to 0. Is that clear? So using these two conditions, I will find out two equations in B and C and solve those two equations. So let us check this part. So let us substitute the value over here. So 1 cube plus b 1 square plus c 1 equals to 2 cube plus b 2 square. B plus c plus 1 equals to 4b plus 2c plus 8. Now let us collect the terms. So 3b plus c equals to minus. Now here I will find out f dash x, 3x square plus 2bx plus C, right? F dash 4 by 3 equals to 0. Substitute in this equation 4 by 3. So what I am getting my next equation as 3, 4 by 3 square plus 2b into 4 by 3 plus C equals to 0. 3 into 16 by 9 plus 8b by 3 plus C equals to 0. So basically if I write it properly, what I am getting, 8b plus 3c equals to minus 16. This is my second equation. Now let us solve first and second. So I can multiply my first equation by 3. So 9b plus 3c equals to minus 21. 8b plus 3c equals to minus 16. I am getting b is equal to minus 5. Now we will substitute b is equal to minus 5 in one of the equation. So let us substitute in first. Means c is equal to 8. So this is all about Rolle's theorem. Now let us check Lagrange's mean value theorem. Let us check with the Lagrange's mean value theorem. So let fx be a real valued function defined on the closed interval ab, and if fx is continuous in closed interval ab, fx is differentiable open interval ab, then there exists c belongs to open interval a comma b such that f dash c equals to fb minus fa upon b minus a. Now let us have a geometrical interpretation of this statement. So this is my graph for y is equal to fx. My graph is continuous in the region closed interval a comma b. So let this be point A and this is point B. So what will be the coordinates of A comma fa, and coordinates of B will be B comma fb. Now my chord AB makes angle psi with the x-axis. So what is the slope of AB? It is 10 psi, or I can write it as FB minus FA upon B minus A equals to 10 psi. But according to my Lagrange's theorem, F dash C is equal to FB minus FA upon B minus A. If I combine these two, what I am getting? I am getting 10 psi equals to F dash C. It means I have a unique tangent at some point C in between A and B, which is parallel to the chord, right? So it means in between A comma B, I have any point C, FC, where my unique tangent can be drawn and it is parallel to the chord AB. Okay. So hence, what is the geometrical interpretation of this? That slope of chord is equal to slope of tangent at C, right? So this implies my chord is parallel to the tangent at C. Now let us take this question. Verify Lagrange's mean value theorem for the function fx is equal to x into x minus 2 on closed interval 1 comma 3. So since fx is polynomial function, hence fx is continuous in closed interval 1 comma 3, fx is differentiable in open interval 1 comma 3, then there exists C belongs to open interval a comma b such that f dash C equals to fb minus fa upon b minus a, right? So we'll find the values of fb. fb means I have to find, this is my a, this is b. So fb means f3 I have to find out. 3 minus 2 means it is 3. Now fa I have to find out. fa is f1. So 1 minus 2 means minus 1. Now I have to find f dash c. So first we'll find f dash x will be 2x minus 2. F dash c will be 2c minus 2. We'll substitute all the values here. 2c minus 2 is equal to fb is 3 minus of minus 1 upon 3 minus 1. So 2c minus 2 is equal to 4 upon 2. 2c is equal to 4. c is equal to 2. And 2 belongs to open interval 1 comma 3. So hence verified. So now let us take this question. Using Lagrange's mean value theorem, find a point on the curve y is equal to under root x minus 2 defined on the interval 2 comma 3 where tangent is parallel to the chord joining the endpoints of the curve, right? So let us take first continuity. So y is equal to root x minus 2 attains a definite value for all the points between closed interval 2 comma 3, right? Attains definite value for all points on closed interval 2 comma 3. So hence y is continuous. Now if we find f dash x, so it is 1 by 2 root x minus 2 This also exists for all the values belonging to open interval 2 comma 3, right? So fx is differentiable. So now since both the conditions of Lagrange's mean value theorem are satisfied, therefore there exists at least one c belonging to 2 comma 3 where f dash c is equal to fb minus fa upon b minus. So now let us find fb. fb is nothing but f3. So under root 3 minus 2, which is 1. fa is nothing but f2. So it is 2 minus 2, 0. We'll substitute in this expression. So f dash c is 1 upon 2 root c minus 2 is equal to 1 minus 0 upon 3 minus 2. So 1 upon 2 root c minus 2 equals to 1 by 1. Squaring both the sides, 1 upon 4 c minus 2 is equal to 1. So 4 c minus 2 is equal to 1, 4c is equal to 9, c is equal to 9 by 4, which belongs to open interval 2 comma 3. So this is the value of the x. Now I have to find the y value also. So under root 9 by 4 minus 2. So it is 1 by 4 means half. So the point at which my tangent will be parallel to the chord joining the endpoints will be 9 by 4 comma 1 by 2. Let us check this question. Using Lagrange's mean value theorem, show that sin x is less than x for all x greater than 0. So let us consider a function fx is equal to x minus sin x, and I have defined this function between close interval 0 comma x and where my x is greater than 0, right? Now clearly this function is differentiable and continuous throughout. So hence I can say that fx is continuous in close interval 0 comma x and fx is differentiable in open interval 0 comma x. Then there exists c belongs to, at least one c will be there which belongs to 0 comma x such that f dash c is equal to fb minus fa upon b minus a. Now let us use this part. So f dash x is 1 minus cos x, which is equal to fb is my fx minus f0 upon x minus 0. So 1 minus cos x is equal to x minus sin x minus 0 upon x. Now my 1 minus cos x will be greater than 0. So what does that imply? This should be also greater than 0. So it means x minus sin x should be greater than 0. What does that imply? X minus sin x should be greater than 0. What implies x should be greater than sin x? So we have reached to our desired result. X will be greater than sin x for all x greater than 0. So you can get this type of question also. Today we learned statement of Rolle's theorem with geometrical interpretation, examples of Rolle's theorem, statement of Lagrange's mean value theorem with geometrical interpretation, examples of Lagrange's mean value theorem. That's all for the topic today. Stay tuned.